just got done watching fucking, what is this
Nun.
called? The Nun, thank you. And it was, I don't do horror mostly, so for me it was kind of boring. There were a couple pop scares, but otherwise it was just really confusing. You don't really need the, I mean, I just found out personally today that this is like the MCU of horror. But it just seemed weird. Like, there was a lot of things that people were doing that I was like, why would you do that? Like, if you're in a creepy castle, why would you wander into a dark room by yourself? It makes no sense. Why would you walk into a graveyard following this ghostly apparition of a nun? It makes no sense. But yeah, I'm giving it a 1 because it just was kind of really boring. Like, I didn't find out anything about it. Like, I found it more interesting of learning about the demon part than I did anything. And that was like a good 30 seconds. So 1, maybe 0.5.
At least you gave it a 1. Shit.
I just
Keep it rolling.
we gotta go. So we just got out of The Nun. I have to say, it's the worst movie of the year. I'm sorry. I'm gouging my eyes out right now trying to figure out why. I saw this, but I'm glad MoviePass paid for it. But what I have to say is, hands down, this is garbage. Garbage. I mean, what can I say? Fucking garbage. I mean, The Hate You Give, definitely giving it that. And Goosebumps, fuck Goosebumps. But anyway, it's a prequel that makes no sense. The whole movie makes no sense. I can't even talk about it. I have so much I want to say, but I'm so trapped inside my body that I feel like disgusted for horror movies now. And this is how it feels now. You know what? Just, you know what? Can it be October? Give me Michael Myers. A half a star.
You know how many stars I'm gonna give this movie? None.
Then you walk off.
Alright.
Okay, fuck it, just go.
Excuse the puns, but
This is definitely not a Ryan Newman movie.
no, this is not a 4 by any means. I saw both Conjurings. I don't really remember either. I never saw the Annabelles, but you don't really need to see any of them to understand this because this is kind of like a prequel of sorts. I thought the scares were really predictable. Every time there was a scene where they crept up close and tried to touch something, boom, jump scare. You could almost time it to like the second it happened. So I wasn't really scared. Frenchie was the best character. He's the only one I gave a shit about. There's a really funny joke in there where they say holy shit and then he's like, it's the holiest, and then I started laughing. I'm like, oh, this has some redeeming qualities. I thought it was like really boring in some parts. Like we were saying, there's no like backstory really. Like you still don't really know the nun's origins. There's like a brief part where it kind of talks about it, but and the characters made a lot of dumb decisions. Like the whole time we were sitting there, we're like, man, these guys are really determined. Like they just keep going back into this damn house. But then again, there would be no movie. It was cool that it tied into the end, I guess, to the first Conjuring. Not to spoil really, but like Bucky said, just get us to Halloween already for a real horror movie. I'm gonna give this a 1. I guess no, I said 0 in the beginning.
Yeah. So
I'll give it a 1. I'll be nice. A 1, yeah.
Alright, The Nun. It is the 4th movie in the Conjuring franchise, right? 5th? What is the 5th?
2 Conjurings, 2 Annabelles, and this is the 5th.
Oh, okay. So it's the 5th movie. This is actually an origin story, if you want to call it that. With this character, the nun, being put in so many times throughout all the movies, you figured it would be more of a lead up to who this demon actually was, but it really wasn't much of anything. I felt like it kind of decompressed the character the most, and it was just shitty. Some cool aspects, some of the character designs are cool. The majority of what takes the film is probably the set design. The castle is really cool. How they set up Romania is kind of cool. The graveyard scenes were probably my favorite. But as in character development and how they acted, the actors and actresses were stiff. Except maybe the lead actress, she was okay, but everybody else was pretty stiff. Music was off. Score was totally terrible. The only lines that are ever fucking memorable in this movie is things that are probably silly little taglines. Other than that, this movie doesn't do anything for the franchise. After the first Conjuring, you should have probably just stopped. this movie is just trash. It is September trash, waiting for Halloween to come out. Again, we can't say that enough. Halloween will be here, ready to rate it. But this garbage, you're better off just probably trying your luck with Predator next week. So I'm gonna give it a none.
Oh,
Because this is bullshit.
damn, 0.
Bullshit.
So what's the average
This
score
is
here?
this is
One.
almost like Snowman.
I didn't see Snowman. Thank
So I
God.
will have to say we are ranking this probably
Worst film of the year
a half star.
so far?
Worst film of the year?
I don't know.
was-
I didn't see Snowman though, so I don't know.
Snowman was last
Oh,
year.
that was
horrible.
last year.
That was last
Yeah,
year.
was that one movie where
Oh, okay.
Val Kilmer's in this?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
you saw.
So yeah, worst film of the year so far, I would say.
Bonus review.
This is how we do it after the fact. You know, no one watches this shit.
Yeah.
This will be after the
Worst
credits.
film, worst film of the year.
Worst film of the year. I hated Red Sparrow.
You know what's funny?
Did any of you guys see that?
Wow.
Like we
Jared
said, this
hated
is the MCU of horror movies. This is the only time you don't have to stay for the credits. You just get the fuck up
Yeah,
and
that's
do the
true.
movie and leave.
That's true. I was like, I didn't care what happened at the end.